She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
Hey guys, it's Erica. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my thumbnails on my iPhone. And this is probably one of my most requested videos ever. You guys ask all the time how I edit my thumbnails, what apps I use, and like, do I use a computer or no? And I've always edited my videos on my iPhone. I just feel like it's the simplest way, and you can actually get a really nice looking thumbnail just using your iPhone, and all the apps I use are free. So without further ado, let's just get into this video. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys two different ways that I like to edit my thumbnails. And the first way is just having a plain base image and then adding text and little doodles and stuff. So as you guys can see, I actually have a whole folder for thumbnails. I have 4 different apps in here that I use for my thumbnails. And the first thing I'm going to do is go into Lightroom, which I'm not even sure if the Lightroom app is free or not, but you guys already know that it is literally my favorite photo editing app ever. So I'm just going to go into the Lightroom app. And as you guys can see, I've imported a few base photos for my thumbnail. So I have a bunch of presets that I use from a girl on Instagram. Her name is AliBoss. You should definitely go check out her Instagram and buy her presets if you want to. So I'm just gonna start by picking a preset that I think will look best on this photo, and it kind of depends for each photo, but I'm gonna use this one, Delia Field Low Grain, which is what I use for my Instagram and a bunch of my thumbnails. It literally works wonders. So I'm just gonna apply that preset, and as you can see, it's definitely not done yet. Like, it looks kind of weird. So I'm just gonna bring down a few things, mess around until it looks perfect. Or not perfect. Just gonna mess around with it until I'm happy with how the thumbnail looks, and I don't have like a specific recipe or whatever that I do each time. I kind of just tweak it depending on the photo. You gotta kind of just feel it, mess around until you're happy with how the photo looks. Gonna bring down the texture, just make sure it's just recording, we're good. I like to bring down the yellow saturation a little bit to give it more of that white vibe. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with how this thumbnail looks. Sometimes I like change my mind and I'll go back in and redo the whole thumbnail, but my thumbnail process honestly doesn't take that long, so it's not a huge deal, but I think I'm pretty happy with this. So what I'm gonna do is actually copy these settings and then go over to the other one and paste the settings, and then just tweak a few little things because obviously the photo is different. Okay, so then once I'm happy with how my thumbnail photo looks, I simply just export it to my camera roll. Okay, so now I've exported all my photos, and we can move on to the fun stuff, which is actually adding the text and other stuff like that. So next I'm going to add text to my thumbnail, which is obviously a must. The app I use to add text onto my thumbnails is called Phonto. It's free in the App Store, and I think you can get on Android too. I'm not positive. I've never had an Android. So when you go in, it just looks like this, and I just import one of the photos here. So I'm going to start with this one. So all you have to do is tap on your image and push add text, and then just type in whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to type in 2019 favorites, and the font I use is usually Helvetica New Bold Italic. I'm almost positive I'm pronouncing that wrong, but that's the font I like to use. So then you can adjust the size. I usually just kind of like to make it pretty big and adjust the style. And I usually just mess around with the text until I'm happy with it, depending on the thumbnail. Like, it's never exactly the same. But for this one, I think I want to do I want to do some sort of border. So maybe I'll do red or kind of this tan color. Maybe with orange. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so as you guys can tell, I'm having an indecisive moment here with what color to use, so I'll probably come back and change this later because I don't want you guys to just have to see me just like sit here and be super indecisive. So I'm just gonna go with the color red, and I also like to adjust the spacing, which makes it a little more spaced apart and more aesthetic. I also like to add a drop shadow, which just kind of makes it pop a little bit more. So I usually pick the color black, and I usually do the second to last style, and then I'll bring the X up to about like 30 or so. So once I'm happy with how my text is looking, I kind of just want to figure out where I want to place it. And this is usually where I will make a ton of different thumbnails until I come out with the perfect one that I'm happy with. So what you guys are seeing right now is just draft one of probably many that I will do off camera. And then I'll just show you guys. But I do use this kind of same process for every single one of my thumbnails, so it's not like I'm keeping any secrets from you guys or anything. And there's really not any secrets with the kind of thumbnails I make because they're just like super easy to make. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and I finally come up with something that I'm decently happy with. So I decided to go with a little bit of a different font, and this font is called Keep On Trucking. You've probably seen a ton of other YouTubers use it. It's just kind of a super fun, bubbly font. And then I also added another little like peace out 2019, like a little side note or whatever. And for this one, I use obviously have like a new bold italic. So I think that I'm pretty happy with this, and I'm just gonna go into a different app and add a few little like stars and little fun things like that. And then this thumbnail will be complete and we can move on to the second style. So the next app I'm going to be using is PicsArt, and this is a super fun app where you can get really creative. You can Photoshop. Obviously I don't Photoshop my thumbnails, but I use it for like fun edits and things like that, and you can just add all these little PNG images and whatnot. So I'm just going to show you guys how I use this app. So I'm just going to go into PicsArt and open up my thumbnail, as you guys can see, and I'm just going to kind of mess around until I'm happy with it. So I'm going to start by searching stars aesthetic, and I usually just search aesthetic after anything that I search, that way it's a little more aesthetic, if you know what I mean. So this is the stars image that I like to use a lot, and obviously they're gold and I usually use white stars. So what I like to do is go to the adjust and bring up the amount 100%, apply, and do that one more time. So now you have white stars instead of gold stars, and I just kind of like the way that they look a little bit better. And then I will go to the erase tool and erase all the stars that are over my face and the text and little extra stars that aren't really necessary. And once I'm happy with the placement of the stars, I will just apply it. And I basically just do this over and over until I have stars in the areas that I want. And I don't always do stars, but it's just something I like to do, especially just when I'm messing around with the thumbnail style and stuff like that. Okay, so I think I'm happy with how the stars look, so I'm just gonna go next, and I'm gonna save this to my camera roll. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how this thumbnail turned out. I think it looks really cute, and next I'm gonna show you guys one more little way that I like to edit my thumbnails. So the second type of thumbnail I'm going to be showing you guys is the collage thumbnail, and I don't do these as much, but I tend to do these if I like completely forgot to take a thumbnail and I'm just taking random screenshots of the video, and it does actually usually turn out pretty cute, so I'm going to show you guys that now. So to make this collage, I'm going to go into the app Moldave, which is free on the App Store, and I'm just going to click collage and then just pick whatever style I want to use, and they have tons and tons and tons of different styles, which is really great if you want to have like a super creative thumbnail. So today I'm just going to do a super basic 4 square or whatever, and then I'm gonna go to frame adjust and move this up to 16:9, which is standard thumbnail size. And then I'm also gonna move these so that there is no little white border. If you guys do like that white border style, if that goes with your thumbnail theme, then you can just like leave a little white border like so, but I personally just prefer to not have a border there. And then you just tap on the square you want to insert your photo, and you guys can see I took some screenshots of my video, and I'm just going to select a few and import them like so. And I'm not gonna spend as much time on this thumbnail because I'm not actually going to use it on YouTube as far as I know, and it's already in the thumbnail format and everything, and I'll just export it, and I usually just do like the standard that's usually decently good quality. And next I'm going to go into Phonto, and I'm gonna do the same thing, and I think I'm gonna do these in different forms or whatever. So 2019 and then favorites like so, and then you can do different fonts, different sizes, all that stuff, which is another thing I really like to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep messing around in Phonto until I'm happy with the way that my text looks, and I will get back to you guys with the finished product. Okay, so I just finished editing both thumbnails, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. These are the finished thumbnails. I hope that this video was really helpful to you, and hopefully it helped you out if you are a YouTuber just looking for some inspiration for thumbnails, or if you don't know how to edit a thumbnail. How I edit my videos and how I edit my Instagram photos will be coming out really soon this year, so make sure to stay tuned for those. And I'm just so excited for 2020. I think I've talked about this way too much already, but just like to make more content for you guys and hopefully be a lot more consistent. Comment down below if this video helped you, if you guys want like a part 2, any questions that you have, I will be happy to answer them. I always respond to all of you guys' comments. I love you all so much, and just thank you for all of your support. Be sure to subscribe down below if you aren't already, and turn on your post notifications so you never miss another video. Give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I edit my thumbnails, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!